If you've tried using ChatGPT for your marketing and the results felt a bit generic, robotic, or just not quite right, the problem might not be AI. It might be the information you gave it. Because if you ask a vague question, you'll usually get a vague answer. It's a bit like walking into a marketing meeting and saying, "Can you help me promote my business?" but not explaining what your business does, who your customers are, what you sell, or how you want to sound. Nobody would have enough to work with you. And AI is exactly the same. So in this video, I'm going to show you the first prompt I think every business owner should create. It's called a master prompt, and it can make ChatGPT much more useful for your marketing. Hi, I'm Paul from Digital Growth 101, and I help small business owners feel more confident with digital marketing and digital technology without making it all feel more complicated than it needs to be. And today, we're going to keep this really practical. No complicated AI theory, no 137 secret prompts that will change your life by Tuesday. Just one useful thing you can create once, save, and use again and again. So a lot of people start using AI by asking things like, write me a Facebook post, or give me some marketing ideas, or write me a blog post about my business. And technically, ChatGPT can answer those questions. But the answer is often quite bland. It might be too polished. It might use generic phrases. It might say things like, unlock your potential or take your business to the next level. And at that point, you start wondering whether AI is actually helpful at all. But the issue is usually that ChatGPT does not know enough about your business yet. It does not know who you help. It does not know what your customers struggle with. It does not know whether your tone should be friendly, professional, warm, plain speaking, local, technical, creative, or something else. It does not know what you want to avoid. So it fills in the gaps itself. And when AI fills in the gaps, you often get generic marketing waffle. And nobody needs more of that. A master prompt is a saved description of your business that you can give ChatGPT before asking it to help with marketing tasks. Think of it as a simple business briefing. So instead of starting every new chat from scratch, you give AI the key information it needs to understand your business properly. That might include your business name, what you sell, who you help, the problems your customers have, the tone of voice, your main offers, your marketing goals, and anything you definitely want to avoid. You are not trying to create something perfect. You're trying to just give ChatGPT better context. Because AI works much better when it understands the job. A simple way to think about it is this: better context gives you better content. So let's go through the main ingredients. The first thing is to include your business name and a simple explanation of what you do. So not a fancy mission statement, just a clear sentence. So for example, my business is called Green Leaf Garden Care. We provide garden maintenance, lawn care, hedge trimming, and seasonal garden tidy-ups for homeowners in the Swansea and surrounding areas. That is already more useful than just saying, I run a gardening business. Next, describe who you help. So for example, we mainly help busy homeowners, older residents, landlords, and people who want their garden to look tidy, but do not have the time, tools, or confidence to manage it themselves. That tells ChatGPT who the content is aimed at. Then include the main problems your customers have. So for example, our customers often feel embarrassed that their garden has become overgrown. They may be short on time, physically unable to manage the work, or unsure who to trust. This is really important. Good marketing often starts with an understanding of your customers' problems and not just describing the service. Next, include your tone of voice. For example, our tone should be friendly, helpful, reassuring, practical, and local. Avoid pushy sales language, jargon, hype, or anything that sounds too corporate. This helps AI write in a way that fits your business. Then include your main offers. So for example, our main services are regular garden maintenance, one-off garden tidy-ups, hedge trimming, lawn care, and seasonal garden preparation. Then add your marketing goals. So for example, Our main marketing goal is to get more local inquiries through the website and Facebook page, especially for regular garden maintenance and one-off tidy-ups. And finally, include anything AI should avoid. So for example, do not make unrealistic promises, do not use aggressive sales language, do not sound like a national company, keep the content simple, warm, and suitable for local customers. The last bit matters. Sometimes telling AI what to avoid is just as useful as telling it what to include. So here's what that could look like when you put it all together. You could copy something like this and adapt it for your own business. Act as a practical digital marketing assistant for my small business. My business is called Greenleaf Garden Care. We provide garden maintenance, lawn care, hedge trimming, and seasonal garden tidy-ups for homeowners in the Swansea and the surrounding area. We mainly help busy homeowners, older residents, landlords, and people who want their garden to look tidy but do not have the time, tools, or confidence to manage it themselves. Our customers often feel embarrassed that their garden has become overgrown. They may be short on time, physically unable to manage the work, or unsure who to trust. Our tone of voice should be friendly, helpful, reassuring, practical, and local. Avoid pushy sales language, jargon, hype, or anything that sounds too corporate. Our main services are regular garden maintenance, one-off garden tidy-ups, hedge trimming, lawn care, and seasonal garden preparation. Our main marketing goal is to get more local inquiries through the website and Facebook page, especially for regular garden maintenance and one-off tidy-ups. When helping me create marketing content, keep it clear, simple, useful, and written for real local customers. Do not make unrealistic promises. Do not overcomplicate the language. Always suggest a clear next step. And that is your master prompt. And once you've created it, you can paste it into ChatGPT at the start of a new conversation. Then you can ask for things like, now write 3 Facebook post ideas. Now improve my homepage headline. Now create 5 customer FAQs. Now help me write a follow-up email after an inquiry. And because ChatGPT already has the background, the answer should be more relevant. Let's look at a simple before and after. So if you ask ChatGPT, write a Facebook post for my gardening business, you're most likely going to get something like, transform your outdoor space with our professional gardening services. Contact us today to take your garden to the next level. Now, it's not terrible, but it is very generic. It could apply to almost any gardening business anywhere. But if we use the master prompt first, then ask, write a friendly Facebook post encouraging local homeowners to book a one-off garden tidy-up. So the answer could become much more specific. So more like, has your garden got a bit out of hand over the last few months? Don't worry, it happens. Greenleaf Garden Care offers friendly one-off garden tidy-ups for homeowners in Swansea who want their outdoor space looking neat again without the stress. Message us today to ask about availability. So that is much warmer and clearer. It speaks to a real problem and it sounds more like a small local business. That is the difference context can make. Now, one important thing. A master prompt does not mean you can just copy and paste everything AI gives you. You still need to check it. You still need to edit it. You still need to make sure it sounds like you. And you should never put private customer information, sensitive business data, passwords, or anything confidential into AI tools. AI can be a brilliant support tool, but it should support your thinking, not replace it. You are still the person who understands your customers, your business, and your values. So here's your practical task after watching this video. Open a blank document or a new note and write short answers to these 8 questions. 1. What is your business called? 2. What do you sell or provide? 3. Who do you help? 4. What problems do your customers have? 5. What tone of voice do you want to use? 6. What are your main products or services? 7. What is the main marketing goal? And lastly, 8. What should AI avoid when writing for you? Then combine those answers into one simple master prompt. Save it somewhere and make it easy to find. And the next time you use ChatGPT for your marketing, paste that prompt in first. That one small step can make a big, big difference. So to quickly recap, if ChatGPT is giving you generic marketing advice, it might not be because the tool is useless. It might be because it does not understand your business yet. A master prompt gives it the missing context. It helps AI understand who you are, what you offer, who you help, how you want to sound, and what you are trying to achieve. And once you've created it, you can use it again and again for social media posts, email ideas, blog outlines, FAQs, and marketing planning. If you'd like more simple, practical help with digital marketing, AI, websites, content, and online visibility, you can join the free Digital Growth 101 school community. I'll put the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.